Yesterday, Tokyo dazzled us with palaces, art, shopping, and sampling regional Japanese food. Today, we experience a different tone. Instead of racing forward from morning to night, we're pressing the rewind because some days aren't about where you start, but where you end. So in this episode, we begin in the evening with pizza boxes on a quiet table in Koto City, and then gently walking backwards through the day to markets, museums, temples, and streets that carry centuries under their feet. Same day, same city, just told from the end to the beginning, just to mix it up a little. So, we ended our 5th day in Tokyo back at the Airbnb in Koto City. Boxes open on the table, the smell of melted cheese and baked dough fill the room. Bella Napoli. Our last night. It's a pizza. In Tokyo. It looks, but it's, oven. Right. Awesome. Not exactly what comes to mind when you think of Tokyo. And yet somehow, it was exactly right for us that evening. Pizza slices disappeared faster than planned. Some of us washed it down with classic Japanese beer. We devoured our pizza pies while it was still piping hot, and giving our taste buds a small break from the rich Wagyu beef of last night. Feet are tired, voices are softer, but feeling great clocking 18.5 thousand steps today. This is how travel days really end. Not with landmarks, but with shared food and a feeling that says, we did a lot today. So, let's rewind. Before the pizza, before the subway ride home, we wandered through Ameya Yokocho, a market street that never quite learned how to sleep. The name meaning Candy Shop Alley, or possibly America, referring to the American goods sold post-World War II.
Ueno Ameya Yokocho shopping street.
All right, and we're gonna do some shopping. Neon signs buzz, vendors shout prices, the air smells like grilled skewers, dried seafood, and history squeezed between train tracks. This place grew from post-war black markets when Tokyo was rebuilding itself piece by piece. Now it sells sneakers, snacks, souvenirs, and everything in between. It's loud, it's crowded, it's wonderfully alive. Tokyo reminding us that chaos can sometimes translate to pure fun. It's raining. I have my umbrella up. And we're standing in this juncture. There's lots of shopping going on. Lots of shopping. This alley to the left is all food. Like they actually have a market of fish. There's fish on the right side, like a fish market.
Oh, that's a guy. That's a guy.
Oh, it is.
That's a guy? Oh wow, it's a drag queen. That's the first drag queen. Oh wow, okay. Let's see some advertisement in drag. Oh my god. Is it drag?
Well, that's not.
Okay, I gotta stop because my camera is getting wet. Tucked between the food stalls and sneaker shops, we pass several pachinko parlors. It's hard to miss the pachinko parlors since they announce themselves long before we see them. Lights flashing, music chiming, a symphony of controlled chaos. Pachinko sits in a legal gray area. Not technically gambling, but also definitely not gambling. Players win metal balls, trade them for prizes, and then quietly exchange those prizes for cash somewhere nearby. Everyone understands the dance, but no one really explains it. Powered by obsession, patience, and the belief that one more try might change everything. Before the buzz and shopping of Ameya Yokocho, and just after the calm of Yanaka, we made a necessary stop. A small coffee shop, quiet, chairs that forgave our feet, warm cups in our hands, tired legs, a brief regroup and reset. Because on this trip, even the pauses are part of our journey. One sip later, we were ready to rewind a little bit further. Yanaka, a neighborhood that feels like Tokyo speaking in a quieter voice. Wooden houses, narrow lanes, and traditional local shops that have been there for centuries.
What do you think?
It's a very lovely little cute shopping street, Yanaka.
Yanaka shopping.
Yeah, it's very nice. Lots to buy here, lots of crafts.
Just before Yanaka streets, we walk through Yanaka Cemetery, where gravestones sit beneath trees instead of towers. Life and death sharing the same sidewalk. No drama, no rush. An interesting place, offering us a small glimpse of how the Japanese approach death and after. The quiet path along the cemetery led us directly into Gokokusan Tenno-ji Temple. Founded in 13th century, this temple quietly holds the title of being one of Tokyo's oldest surviving Buddhist sites. While much of the city was reshaped by fire, earthquakes, and war, Tenno-ji endured, rebuilt again and again without losing its spirit.
These shoes off from this stepping stone, not to make board dirty. Okay. We are looking at Bishamon 10 by Shravana Deva. I'm supposed to put my palms together and pray. Cut.
Inside the grounds stands a seated bronze Buddha, calm and unassuming. No grand theatrics, no crowds, just a reminder that endurance doesn't need to be loud. We didn't stay long, but the silence followed us out. Rewinding a little further, before the quiet of Yanaka Cemetery and after the halls of Tokyo National Museum, hunger, became the main character. Lunch was not easy to find out here. Few signs, fewer options, a lot of maybe not this one. And then, like a reward for patience, we found it. Buzzed Lamb Brewing, tucked into an unassuming neighborhood, hiding in plain sight. The building itself was a former traditional wooden Japanese home, thoughtfully converted. Upstairs, we were seated light filtered through paper screens, wooden carvings lined the space, simple, calm, zen without trying too hard. From our seats, we had a perfect view of an elementary school with a small shrine dedicated for the protection of small children. We rested. Plates arrived. Hungry stomachs relaxed. Some of us even tried the local brews.
Kanpai.
It's too late for that.
Kanpai. No, it's not. Kanpai. Kanpai.
Yes, it was the middle of the day, but we didn't regret it. This was one of those travel gems you don't plan for, a place that doesn't shout for attention, but quietly earns it. Fed, recharged, and very happy. We were ready to keep going, and let's continue our rewind to our destination before lunch and cold brews. Before lunch at the buzzed Lamb Brewing, we were completely absorbed inside the Tokyo National Museum. The walk up to the museum alone slows you down. Wide paths, an imposing statue of an imperial prince, gentle fountains lining the grounds, water catching the light as if preparing you for what's inside. Filming isn't allowed in the galleries, so we switched gears. Cameras out, photos only. And honestly, it felt right. Less recording, more looking. Inside, centuries unfolded room by room. Carved wooden Buddhist statues, some over 1,000 years old, their expressions still calm after surviving fires, earthquakes, and wars. Some were fierce and with forceful appearances, meant to destroy obstacles and ignorance to enlightenment. Ceremonial masks, once worn in rituals and theater, frozen mid-emotion. Samurai armor and weapons, built not just for battle, but for beauty, balance, and symbolism. Paintings and scrolls telling stories long before movies ever existed. Relics and treasures on display explaining Japan's history, stories, and culture. The Tokyo National Museum holds over 120,000 works, making it the largest and oldest museum in Japan. What we saw was only a fraction, and it felt like everything. We did have one heartbreak. No Hokusai wave. It's like going to the Louvre and not seeing the Mona Lisa. We were told it was taken down for conservation, which I guess we respected it, but still.
We didn't get to see Hokusai's The the big wave because it was under conservation. It's like going to the
We
Louvre.
can look at my t-shirt though. It has the same image.
Same image. It's about the same, so
It'll be the same.
it's like going to the Louvre and not seeing the Mona Lisa, or going to Rome. Is it Rome and not see the Sistine Chapel? Well,
It's alright.
c'est la vie, but what a magnificent collection. Amazing. I like the samurai stuff.
So even though you couldn't film,
I couldn't film.
we all took plenty of photos.
Plenty of
so you can
photos.
splice it
Yeah,
in.
I'll
you can
splice
throw it
them
in
in. Yeah. I'm going to be doing a lot of splicing. By the time we emerged, our legs were done, our brains were full, and our stomachs were grumbling for our next steps. Which explains why our lunch at the Buzz Lamb Brewery wasn't just a meal, it was a necessity. And before all of it, and before our feet started aching, our morning opened fresh and full of vigor in Ueno Park. Ueno Park is one of Tokyo's oldest and most beloved public spaces, established in 1873 on land that once belonged to Kannon-ji, a powerful Buddhist temple connected to the Tokugawa shogunate. At the heart of the park sits Shinobazu Pond, its surface covered in broad lotus leaves. Lotus flowers hold deep meaning in Buddhism, symbolizing purity and enlightenment. They rise clean and not stained from the muddy water, a reminder that beauty doesn't require perfect conditions. On a small island in the pond stands Bentendo Hall, dedicated to Benzai Ten, the Buddhist goddess of music, art, knowledge, and prosperity. She's one of the 7 lucky gods, and her presence here makes perfect sense. Creativity and fortune sharing space in the middle of the city. Nearby, Kiyomizu Kannon-do rises slightly above the trees. This hall is dedicated to Kannon, the Bodhisattva of compassion. One of its most striking features is the circular moon pie tree, carefully trained into a perfect ring. In Japan culture, circles often represent completeness and continuity. Standing here, it felt like a visual summary of the morning itself. Ueno Park gave us some calm and fresh air, fueling us for the rest of the day at the museums, Yanaka and Ameya Yokocho. Day 5, right? It's
Day 5?
Day 5
Yeah.
of Tokyo.
Yeah.
This is our last full day here in Tokyo. And now, rewinding past Ueno Park, we arrive at where the day actually began. Morning in Koto City, our Airbnb. Feeling energized because jet lag has finally left us. Some light stretching, some catching up on our mobile devices. Around the table, we mapped the day, museums, neighborhoods, food, and unspoken agreement that this was our last full day in Tokyo before the Shinkansen carries us to Kyoto tomorrow.
Then we stepped out and met our most reliable travel companion, the Tokyo subway. Clean, on time, relentless in the best way. It carried us forward into the day, even though we've been telling the story backwards. And just like that, the circle closed. The day that began with clear heads and a plan ended with pizza boxes and tired smiles. Morning to night, night to morning, the same day played in reverse. Tomorrow, the pace changes. We trade subways for the Shinkansen, watching Tokyo blur into the countryside at 200 miles an hour. Kyoto is waiting. Bamboo forests, ancient temples, quiet gardens, and streets where history feels close enough to touch. A new chapter begins at full speed on the next episode of our epic Japanese journey. See you there. So John, why are you doing this?
Because I am obsessive compulsive. You need water. So then you
pay attention.
If you want to reuse the bag,
if you want to conserve and help the planet, this is what you do with, reusable plastic bag.
You're not going to throw it away, and you want to save it for later use.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and neat. There you go.
Excellent. All right. There you have it, folks.